I think this is going to be the actual proper juice to go inside of this TY60, I believe, transmission for the Clover 4. Now, this being GL4 and being the 7580, this flows, it's a little more liquid in its flow, whereas 7590, very thick stuff, like molasses, like syrup almost. The only reason we were using MT90 is because it's readily available. This stuff is not.
Yeah, so all in all, this should be a pretty easy job. Famous last words. Let's hope not.
A 17 millimeter. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to gently, carefully snake it under all this stuff without hurting anything. So we're going to go ahead and drain it. Take one out at a time or mark them, because the magnetic one is the lower one. Put that back in. I don't believe there's any torque specs online, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to torque this down really good. You can reuse this little washer in here that came with it. That's been known to hold a good seal, because I don't know what part number that is, and I don't think anyone else does. I already got it loose, so we're just going to take her back out. Okay, there is, oh, and I almost lost it. Wow, good save. I just saved that washer. It is a 5/16 hose. The Mix Miser injector. So what I do here, as you can see, I just make sure this end's clean. Yep. And I can insert this little hose into the top of the transmission. I can take this, I snake it back here, and it'll actually sit and stay.
Okay, so rule here is 2.2 quarts. And what you do is you want to fill this up until you actually see it pour out. And I'm on perfectly level ground. So I'm just going to fill this bad boy up till its hands go up and they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. So we're just going to wait. Want to fill up my crevice? Why does Snoop Dogg always carry his umbrella? For the drizzle, yeah!
Hey Google, stop. Here's the cool thing about Subaru though. You know how they make cars that are like Legos, so you can piece different year models together, and they'll use the same parts from a parts bin. Well, this 1991 Subaru Sambar shares the same shifter bushing with a 2015 WRX. How freaking cool is that?
I would not suggest doing that unless you know exactly what you're doing with those. An experienced grabber. I kind of made my own RTV. My bushing was shot.
Here's the bushing. Then here was that little brass like sleeve that it fit on. I had to mangle it and cut it in the car.
Right, you want to press this into this. Press this in on top. A washer. Then I got myself a new cotter pin, because why not?
That yes, we have Perrin parts on our Sambar.
Do a double clutcher, right? And we're going to go into third. And it just like, pow. It's so positive. Even neutral. Like, there's like, you actually have to check that it's in neutral now. I'm going to go in the second. Look at that. It's perfect. Like, this is really a serious upgrade. This Perrin shifter bushing, like, I'm telling you, for the Sambar, especially for your worn out, come on, man. You probably have a 30-year-old shifter bushing sitting in back there that was exposed to the elements. Not really. It's not going to get wet or anything, but unless you're driving through crazy puddles, but it's just the positiveness of the shift now, and just, oh my gosh. And then the fluid. I'm telling you, the fluid made such a big difference in the shiftability of this thing. It shifts like butter now. So that MT90 was definitely, I'm sorry, people, Northeast, anywhere in the cold, if your Sambar or if your mini truck is going to see cold temperatures anywhere in its lifespan, you're definitely going to want to put that 75-80 weight in. It's a game changer. It really is. It's back to where it was before I switched it out.